Welcome to 580 WIBW's Week in Review, a look back at the news headlines of the past week. This is Ryan Hedrick.
This is your Week in Review for February 5th, 2016. Our week started on Sunday. The carjacking suspect led police on a high-speed chase and into a quiet neighborhood.
I heard the sirens of the cops. I also heard a vehicle that you could tell was speeding west at the corner of Hampton and Lincoln, and that's when I could see a white vehicle go airborne across Hampton.
The vehicle came to rest after it hit a redbud tree in this woman's front yard.
It was the redbud tree that stopped the car from coming into my house.
And police have charged Paul Gladney. Democrats in the Kansas legislature have introduced a bill that would allow college and universities to continue banning concealed guns on campus. Democratic Senator Tom Holland says the state shouldn't dictate policies.
In my mind, it's the faculty, it's the student body, it's the administration of the schools that should be determining their policies concerning having guns on campus.
Fort Hays State University professor Dr. Chapman Rackaway analyzed the caucuses for us.
It's not just like going into your regular polling place and pushing a couple of buttons and you're out of there in 5 or 10 minutes.
Hillary Clinton needed more than a day to determine the results. Ted Cruz walking away on the Republican side. The Kansas Insurance Commissioner spoke out to 580 WIBW this week. Ken Seltzer says 1 in 3 Americans have had their health records breached.
The biggest issue is to prevent it from happening to begin with, and then there's obviously some steps we can talk about if it does happen, what to do.
And if you suspect fraud, call 1-800-432-2484. A tough week for Topeka water officials. They talked to us about the water main breaks.
Kansas One Call will take a look at the map. When we tell them where we are, they will take a look and see what needs to be notified and what needs marked and all that stuff, and they'll send out the appropriate locators.
That is Ryan Woolaway. An estimated 19 water main breaks were reported as of last week. There was a kidnapping suspect in Topeka who nobody knew about because they didn't release information, but suddenly he turned up dead.
The hunter was out and came across a deceased body, reported to the sheriff's office. We were able to identify the body as John Sumter.
Ted Cruz comes out on top in Iowa's Republican race. However, KU political science professor Patrick Miller says it would be foolish to write off Donald Trump.
People are dancing all over his grave today, but we shouldn't be burying him yet. He did not lose by that much. It was 3% in 6,000 votes in Iowa. He currently has over a 20-point lead in New Hampshire, and I'm sure that will fade some, but that's his race to lose, and he polls well in South Carolina.
Court-appointed lawyers in Kansas say they need more money to defend high-profile murder cases.
Staff are not experienced. Therefore, they do not meet the standards established by the American Bar Association. Outside help is needed.
That's Patricia Scalia. Let's talk about motivation, fitness, and health. Motivation enough? Well, in 2016, if you are thinking about staying in shape, experts recommend adults get at least 150 minutes of exercise per week.
People tend to stick with things longer, not only when they enjoy them, but when they're also tied to their values.
A kinesiology professor at K-State University. Westar Energy wants customers to be aware of yet another scam. This time, they're telling people that they have 30 to 45 minutes to make a payment via prepaid cash card. Are you kidding me?
They give that short time frame in hopes that someone will go out, purchase a prepaid card, come back, provide them the number.
Gina Pinzig giving us the good information we need to know. If you feel like you're going to get ripped off, call Westar. A car chase that started in North Topeka ends in a crash and kills one person.
Stop sticks were deployed and were successful in striking the tires of that particular vehicle.
Police say the driver in the chase, Sherman Jenkins, will be charged with first-degree murder. The victim, a 34-year-old mother, Mia Holden. A professor at the University of Kansas says Hillary Clinton can't win her ticket if she does not tune into the needs of the Hispanic voters. Christine Bejarano says Clinton would be wise to concentrate on 3 key issues: economy, education, and immigration reform.
Hillary Clinton is still going to have to try to attract those Latino voters, and she won't even necessarily just get the Latinas to support her just because she's a female, but she's going to have to talk about the issues that will appeal to those Latinos.
And we had a Topeka-born terrorist convicted this week, John T. Booker. So we reached out to the dean of Washburn University's School of Law, who told us that prosecutors did a hell of a job.
I think the investigators and I think the U.S. Attorney's Office has done a good job. I think they obviously, sounds like, had a pretty solid case, and the defense counsel, consulting with his client, concluded that government probably could prove everything.
And Booker wanted to blow up Fort Riley. He thought he was working with a 1,000-pound bomb. He was really working with the FBI. And finally, K-State athletics will return to their original home, 580 WIBW, the next 5 years. The assistant program director and K-State alum, Roger Heat.
It was there for a long time. Still remember listening to it when I was a teenager before I even went to K-State, and used to work the radio network. So it's where it belongs. It's where it was forever. It's where it should be.
Amen, Roger.
That is 580 WIBW's Week in Review.